talk about the cheapest city, I can miss such an opportunity. Hey everyone, I'm Stana and this video is gonna be about Ho Chi Minh City or Saigon. This city has preserved two names. Grab the tastiest food you can find in your kitchen and let's do it. I spent a month in Vietnam and it was the cheapest month of my life. It's one of those cases when you spend a lot, but the money on your bank card doesn't run out. Today I'll tell you where you can go and have a great time, where you can enjoy delicious and beautifully brewed coffee, where you can take a stroll, where to rent an apartment, and how much it'll cost. Ho Chi Minh City is a huge city with a population of over 9 million people, and I love large cities with a massive population, so for me it's only a plus. This city is very cozy and you just want to stay here as long as possible. I spent a month here and all these days I sincerely enjoyed living here. The first place I want to talk about, and one that is definitely worth visiting, is the Waterfront. In Asia there are not many waterfronts with long and beautiful promenades, but this waterfront looks new. There is a very spacious area for walks, restaurants, a beautiful view and lots of relaxation areas. Of course, not everything is perfect until you look into the water. Unfortunately, this is a significant problem in all Asia countries and other. The rivers are very polluted and no one takes care of them. So I was able to see a lot of garbage in the water, debris from plants, a dead catfish, a terrible smell, all against the backdrop of a perfect view of the city. But this will be the only downside, and the waterfront is beautiful. Now I want to show you the place where I lived for the whole month. It won't be a large condo with a gym and a pool. Vietnam is about a different atmosphere for me and I wanted to feel that. I rented an apartment downtown on a small street adorned with bright flags, with many different restaurants, a Chinese church, sorry, I don't know the correct name, narrow alleys, lots of plants and a vintage shop. Only locals live here and observing their daily lives was the most pleasant experience. Enter the building using a code and downstairs you need to take off your shoes. The building has only 5 floors and on the top floor there is a large balcony, washing machines, a prayer area and a beautiful view of the city. I live on the 3rd floor. The apartment is small but very beautiful and looks like a French apartment. It has a large kitchen with all the necessary utensils, a bed, a couch, a coffee table and a small balcony. In the wall there is huge glass that can be closed, thankfully. Behind the glass there is a bathroom with a small window, a shower, a sink and a toilet. There are only 3 apartments on the floor. When we go up to the 5th floor, there is a large space where you can find cleaning supplies, dry clothes and a prayer area. When we step out onto the balcony, we can see a beautiful view of the city, lots of space, washing machines and clothes dryers. Around my house there is everything important and necessary: pharmacies, coffee shops, grocery stores, restaurants, cosmetic stores, clothing stores, and many other places. I rent the apartment for a month and I paid $440. The apartment downtown and I never used any transportation, so the price is very good. So I don't want to miss the chance to tell you about the first place I visited almost every day. The coffee shop was located near my house. The coffee shop is very beautiful, bright, they make delicious coffee and believe me, I worked in the coffee industry for 3 years. Most importantly, it's very affordable. 2 cups of coffee and 2 desserts cost $5. But the best part is they always serve these 2 cups of green jasmine tea for free. And if the tea runs out, they pour it again instead of water. When I sat in the coffee shop for a long time, I could drink 3 cups of tea and 2 cups of coffee, and I only paid for the coffee. The staff there is very friendly and it's always pleasant to go there. So this is my recommendation if you come to Ho Chi Minh City. The next place I recommended visiting is the Ho Chi Minh Museum. I'm not a big fan of historical museums, but this place is really worth a visit. If not for the exhibits, then at least for the building itself. It's an old structure with beautiful balconies and scenic view of the city. A gorgeous staircase, a very picturesque spots for photos. However, if you want to take a nice picture, you might have to wait. The building is often used for numerous wedding photo shoots, and aside from that, many other people also take pictures. The museum exhibits tell the story of the city, its culture, the country, and its people. There are sections of crafts, fossils, pictures of the city, national items, clothing, and military equipment. The museum entrance fee is $1.50 for adults. I think it's a very small price to pay to connect with the culture of the country and the city and to see this beautiful building. And other beautiful building that is worth seeing is the Central Post Office. I spent only a little time on it, but if you happen to be walking nearby, you can go inside and see a huge building with a beautiful ceiling and walls. But the building is very old and looks magnificent both inside and outside. The entrance is free. I want to share another coffee shop I recommend checking out. It's called September Coffee. It's a very cozy place with lots of plants, delicious coffee, a wide menu selection, very friendly staff, and a delicate and tasty passion fruit cheesecake. The coffee is of high quality with an excellent cinnamon cold brew and tasty latte. The coffee shop has 2 floors, a beautiful interior, and on the first floor there is a plant-filled area with tables where you can sit if you enjoy 30 degrees weather. The interior has very stylish details, making it a great place to spend time. 2 cups of coffee and 2 desserts cost $8. It's a bit more than the first coffee shop I showed you, but the price difference isn't significant. Next, you absolutely must know down this place. If you visit Ho Chi Minh City, it should be the first place you go, Japantown or Japanese Corners. It's one of the most beautiful places I've seen. It felt like I didn't just turn a corner in the Japanese quarter. It was more like finding a portal and teleporting to Japan. I think it's the most atmospheric place with a soul. Japanese lanterns, countless Japanese restaurants, and incredibly beautiful streets. So, I highly recommend this place. I also want to add some information about price for groceries, taxi, clothing. If you buy essential groceries for a week, such as eggs, vegetables, fruits, dairy products, meats and fish, tofu, rice or noodles, and potatoes, the approximate cost for a week for 2 people would be $40 or $50. A trip from the airport to downtown costs $6. Taxi prices are low. The price for a t-shirt by Zara is approximately $30, but if you buy a t-shirt by a vintage shop, it's around $6. This is just an example. Of course, you can find and buy a t-shirt that suits your budget. If you order food delivery, it's also very affordable. I found an excellent place with delicious pizza, and delivery for 2 people costs $6 or $8. Tasty fruit drinks near my house costs $1.50 per drink. I often got watermelon and lychee. Also recommend the place hot and cold. They have very tasty drinks. Also, I want to recommend 2 coffee shops, but sorry guys, I forgot to make the video. But I'll show you some photos. The first coffee shop is Run Grand Coffee, where the coffee and desserts are priced higher than in many other places. 2 desserts and 2 coffee will cost approximately $12. They serve excellent coffee, but I tried a cinnamon bun and it was a little bit dry. The second place is Every Half Coffee. There is a very cozy atmosphere, a delicious raisin roll, and excellent coffee. 2 cups of coffee and 2 desserts will cost $10. Chi Minh City is a truly beautiful place with stunning European-style buildings, skyscrapers, charming streets, delicious food, local architecture, and all of this makes you fall in love with this city and this country. I'm happy, guys, to share my journey to Ho Chi Minh City with you. Don't forget to subscribe and let me know in the comments what you think about Ho Chi Minh City. See you in the next video.